Welcome back, mages and adventurers. In our last video, we unleashed the full arsenal of offensive magic. But as any true mage knows, power is nothing without strategy. Today, we're exploring the other side of the coin, the art of defense, the secrets of mana concealment, and the society that governs it all. This is part 2 of our visual guide to the magic system in Frieren Beyond Journey's End. When facing the potent attacks, defense is just as crucial as offense. Mages in Frieren's world have developed various defensive strategies to protect themselves and their allies. The most common form of protection is defensive magic, widely utilized by human mages. This spell generates a hexagonal protective barrier that can defend specific locations or encircle the caster. It was specifically developed to resist the demon-killing spell, Zoltrak, by aligning with its magic and dispersing its power, making it immensely powerful against most spells. However, this powerful defense comes at a cost, as it consumes a lot of mana and cannot be sustained over large areas for long periods. Beyond basic barriers, some mages employ more advanced techniques. Reflection magic, an anime original spell used by Methode, allows the caster to take control of an opponent's offensive magic that has hit their basic defensive shield and reflect it back at them. Another specialized defensive application comes in the form of a spell that shuts the door of a treasure vault at the risk of your life. This is considered a top-rated binding spell in folk magic. It is used to seal the entrance of a treasure vault, and its seal only breaks upon the caster's death. Frieren's Spiegel clone famously utilizes this spell. While direct defense is vital, the true strategic layer of magic combat often lies in what isn't seen. Mana detection and, more importantly, mana concealment are ultimate tactics in this world. Frieren has mastered the art of mana concealment, learning it from her mentor, Flammy. She employs this as a deception strategy against demons. Flamme herself taught Frieren to suppress her mana output so that demons would underestimate her, acknowledging it as a dirty and cowardly strategy but necessary because demons don't play fair. In stark contrast, demons are generally unable to utilize mana-limiting strategies because their hierarchy is established through a physical display of strength via their mana output. They simply don't conceive of such a tactic. This strategic advantage is vividly demonstrated in Frieren's confrontation with Aura the Guillotine, one of the 7 Sages of Destruction. Aura used her signature spell, Auserless, with the Scales of Obedience, to measure mana. Aura, over 500 years old, was confident in her victory, never having faced anyone with more mana. However, Frieren revealed her 1,000-year-long mana concealment, deliberately deceiving demons. Her true, immense mana output far surpassed Aura's, leading to Aura falling under Frieren's control and being forced to kill herself. Great Mage Saria even noted that Frieren's mana suppression could lead to miscalculations that change battle outcomes, enabling her to defeat demons. Frieren's apprentice, Fern, is also an expert at mana concealment, a skill she's maintained since childhood. She can sneak up on powerful individuals, including the demon Lugna and the mage Verbal, without being detected. Frieren herself admits she has trouble locating Fern when her mana is completely hidden. Fern's ability is arguably even better than Frieren's, as Fern can move while concealing her mana, whereas Frieren generally must stay still. Despite Frieren's mastery, she does have a fatal vulnerability. Her mana detection is interrupted for a fraction of a second the instant she casts a spell. This is a common error for apprentice mages. While normally negligible due to her other talents, Fern was able to exploit this precise weakness to launch a concentrated Zoltrak blast against Frieren's clone. Beyond conventional magic, curses are insidious spells used by demons and monsters, designed to alter matter through sedation, petrification, or transformation. A critical aspect is that human mages cannot perceive curses as magic, making them impossible to evade or obstruct with defensive spells. The Chaos Flower's Sleeping Curse is a notable example, which puts victims into an indefinite slumber. Priests possessing the blessing of the goddess are highly resistant to such curses, as demonstrated by Sign, who was unaffected by the Chaos Flower's curse. Finally, we turn to the other great power within this society, the magic of the goddess. This distinct magical system plays a unique and vital role, especially in countering the insidious effects of curses. Magic of the goddess is utilized by priests with the assistance of holy scriptures. Its principles are barely understood, much like demon magic, and Frieren herself finds it doesn't appeal to her. Those with a natural talent for magic of the goddess are said to possess the blessing of the goddess, which makes them resistant to curses. Priests, therefore, hold a significant advantage against such threats. Priests are proficient in several key abilities using magic of the goddess. Recovery magic, used to heal physical wounds. Detoxification magic, effectively removes toxic substances like poison or venom. Spell, to identify illnesses, allows the user to discover what illness a target is afflicted with. 3 Spears of the Goddess, an offensive spell that shoots 3 concentrated spears of light at a target. Awakening spell, dispels a sleeping curse for 5 seconds. Sign used this to rouse Frieren during their encounter with the Chaos Flower. With the complex rules of magic combat established, let's introduce the society that governs it, the Continental Magic Association. Founded by the great Mage Frieren, the association is responsible for establishing mage ranks and administering the challenging first-class mage exam. Mages are considered full-fledged once they reach the 5th class certification, or higher. Out of approximately 2,000 mages in total, only about 600 hold a 5th class or above certification, and a mere 45 are first-class mages. Fern, for example, passed the 3rd class mage exam with the highest possible score at a young age. The first-class mage exam, held every 3 years, is notoriously dangerous, with casualties not uncommon. The ultimate incentive is a special privilege from Frieren herself. She will bestow upon them any single spell they desire. Frieren is renowned as a living grimoire, possessing knowledge of nearly every spell known to humanity. We actually saw all of this play out in the anime during the first-class mage exam, where both Frieren and Fern took part. Frieren personally judges the 3rd and final stage. During Fern's interview, Frieren was delighted that Fern could detect mana fluctuations, a feat Lernen lacked. Frieren offered to take Fern as her apprentice, promising unprecedented heights. Fern, however, declined, reaffirming her loyalty to Frieren. Frieren still passed Fern, who received the legendary spell to make clothes clean and spotless from the mythical era, leaving Frieren incredibly dissatisfied. Frieren, in contrast, was failed by Frieren due to her useless flower spell, and was subsequently banned from association facilities for a millennium due to her remarks. And that's the strategic side of Frieren's magic. But what about the spells that define a mage's very soul? In part 3, we're opening the Grand Support Grimoire to showcase the spells that are a mage's true identity. Let me know your favourite strategy in the comments, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.